We're back with Amy Lloyd. She is a life coach and a friend. And we hinted at, before we went to break, we're going to talk about something that both of us have had issues with in our life and still do, is being people pleasers.
Oh.
What's wrong with that, Amy?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well, first of all, we're socialized to be people pleasers.
Yes,
we really are. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to help. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help other people and provide them with some well-being and support. All that's great.
Oh, it's all good.
It's when we take it to that next deeper level. And I will share the definition of people-pleasing. It's from the Webster Dictionary. A person who has an emotional need to please others, often at the expense of his or her own desires.
Yes, and I would say amen to that.
What we do is we think that we can make them happy. And if we make them happy, then that validates us and makes us happy. And that's not really true, because our emotions are caused by our thoughts. I don't know what you're thinking right now. I'm not a mind, I'm sure there are people that are mind readers. I'm not one of them.
Right.
And I can't read your mind right now. So if I were to busy myself around this studio, trying to do the things that I think might make Angie happy, when in the end, it's just a story I'm telling myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also can keep another person stuck. If they're really invested in your ideas and attitudes, then they're not really moving forward for themselves either.
No.
But, you know, it's a condition of, maybe, I don't know if it's American women in particular, but women in particular. Women
are socialized in general to be people pleasers and to put our needs on the back burner while we put everyone ahead of ourselves. And I have a really great example of this. My son asked me to make his lunch this morning, and I did, because I had the time, I had the resources, I wasn't rushed. It honors him. I love him. I wanted to do it for him. And he, of course, he said thank you. But the people-pleasing part of that could have been, had he asked me, and maybe I would be rushing out the door. Maybe I didn't have the time or the energy or the resources to make his lunch, but I'm slapping meat and cheese on a sandwich and then being resentful and mad the entire time. So there is a difference on how we do that. And if we're consistently putting other people's needs above our own, we're not meeting our own needs. And the easiest way to get out of people-pleasing is to be aware of it, because awareness has to come first. And once you're aware of it, then you can say, how do I want to feel in this relationship, in this situation, in my workspace, and just go directly to working on that yourself, instead of thinking that the only way to feel good about yourself or to have any kind of self-esteem is by, you know, creating the story, projecting it on someone else, and then reacting to your own story. It's a paradox. It
is a paradox. Amy, I know, you know, this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg of this conversation. Can people follow you and see some of the material you're using, talk to you more, if these and other issues are things they'd like to work through? How do they reach out to you?
Absolutely. My website, it's just www.amylloyd.com, Amy with an I, A-M-I. You can find me on Facebook at Amy Lloyd Coaching, and those are the two easiest ways to reach me.
Amy Lloyd Coaching, thank you for being here this morning. Great to see you.
So happy to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles after this. Stay with us.